My girlfriend yelled at me in public for talking to another girl. I, M20, have been dating my girlfriend, F20, for 2 years. We met at university and we are both students, but we live in an apartment together now. I started going to the gym 6 months ago because I lost some muscle when quarantine happened and I wanted to gain my weight back and be healthy. Today I went to the gym around 11 a.m. to do arm workouts, and a girl that I talked to at the gym, F21, was also there, so we did workouts together and talked. She asked me if I wanted to eat at Chipotle after because it was close to the gym, so I agreed, and when we finished working out and showered we walked out the gym and my girlfriend comes out of nowhere and starts yelling at me. She yelled, "Who is this b? TCH," in front of a bunch of people, creating a scene, and I just told her it's a gym friend, and she cornered me to a wall and was yelling at me more and pushing me, so my friend tried to calm her down by telling her we're just friends, but my girlfriend told my friend to shut up and pushed her away too. Then my girlfriend slapped my face and my friend pushed her away from me and other people got involved separating us away, and we ended up going home separately. My girlfriend got home a little bit after me and yelled at me again, asking me why I cheated on her. I didn't. I got sick of it and drove off, and she is spamming my phone now. IDK, what to do? This is such a mess, and well, you have for break up. She yelled, sure, but also hit you, which is the bigger issue. Time to go. Your girlfriend was way over the top and you should definitely not be with someone who hits you. She was 100% wrong. But at the same time, in future relationships, maybe don't go on lunch dates with other girls. Or if you are planning to, at the very least text your partner and let them know the plan so it doesn't look like you're hiding anything. Whether or not you are attracted to this gym friend, optics are important, and from the outside it looks like you're into this chick and are going on a date with her. Either break up or get used to the idea that the abuse will just get worse from now on. Your choice, lad. Properly break up. Head to police with your missed call list, message bombarding if it goes too far to properly get her off your back. Well, first of all, your girlfriend is low-key abusive, you should probably leave ASAP. Second of all, I would 100% believe my dude was cheating on me if I saw him leaving the gym to go eat with some random chick. Definitely Seuss ASF dude. Both of you clearly need to learn boundaries and how to respect each other. Yeah. Maybe don't go out to get Chipotle with a random gym girl. And maybe don't date someone who smacks you out. My boyfriend broke up with me because I have sleep apnea. Is my condition really a deal breaker for men? A week ago, my 24F boyfriend, 23M, invited me to stay over at his place for the first time. Previously, we were just casually talking before we decided to put labels on our relationship. This was huge for me and I was nervous because I have sleep apnea due to the anatomy of my nose, mouth, and throat. So when I sleep, I have a whole machine and mask and everything to help me breathe properly at night. And honestly, it is not the cutest to look at, hence why I was nervous. At first when I was setting up the machine and explaining it to him, he was whatever and thought it was funny. That's okay, I guess it kinda is. However, when I actually put the mask on, he had a really displeased look on his face and I could tell he was completely turned off. I asked him what the matter was and he just said he never saw a woman look like that. I was honestly so hurt by that comment and he has since completely ghosted me too. It's not like I can control this and surgery is too expensive. It is also making me feel super insecure as I was only recently diagnosed and this was my first time sleeping over at someone else's place with my headgear. I fear this could happen again in the future and I just want to cry. Is this really a turn off or deal breaker for guys? A partner randomly not breathing for a minute is much more upsetting in my book. To be honest, from my perspective, if I had a person I genuinely care about, their disabilities, conditions, illnesses would be a greater reason, rather motivation for me to support them than mock them for it. Safe to say, his intention was to just sleep with you. Sorry about this. Anything can be a deal breaker for anybody. That said, I'd say you dodged a bullet with that guy as he sounds like an asshole on caring about looks. You can definitely do better. I have sleep apnea, and have finally been getting it treated with an oral device. It isn't as bulky as a CPAP, but it still is unattractive and makes me look funky. My partner still makes a point to tell me how beautiful I am every night, apnea device and all. You deserve that too. Your boyfriend is a fucking idiot, get rid of him. Any person with a disability or life-threatening condition deserves to be supported, not made of fun of, teased. I know there's people out there that won't date Geminis or Cancers, so try not to take it too personal. He doesn't know I'm leaving. How do I break contact? I, 23F, am leaving my husband, 26M. We have been married for 2 years and I just had our first child together. I'm leaving tomorrow. My sister and parents are coming over tomorrow while he is at work and helping me pack everything. I'm changing my phone number, I'm filing for divorce. I just had our first child and things started happening and I slowly came to my senses. The breaking point was him telling me that I needed to give him sex the day I came home from the hospital. The birth has unexpected complications. I had to have an emergency cesarean and my husband refused to come with me to the operating room. He told me he was disappointed that I couldn't manage birth. He had held the baby twice, not helped with any diapers, has done nothing. He refused to take paternity leave from work, saying that a woman should be able to take care of a baby. I'd like to say that this behavior happened suddenly, honestly. But the more I think about it, the more I was just blind. This has been happening for years. His degradation of me during my first miscarriage. His ability to laugh at my tears from fertility issues. The way he would call his parents and tell them that my body just couldn't handle being a mother. So I'm done. I'm leaving. If I can avoid giving him an explanation, I will. I wish he would torment himself for years, wondering why I left. I wish him nothing but suffering and pain. All of this is easy for me to type as I feed my child while my husband rests peacefully. While my anger is white hot, while I'm tormenting myself with thoughts of the wrongs he has done to me. But how do I guarantee I will not go back when I'm lonely? How do I gain the confidence to never need his pathetic attempt at marriage? 1. Only communicate through a lawyer, a third party. 2. Block him on all social media. 3. Get evidence of his neglect. Get your bread girl, and get the hell away from him. Maybe just a simple post-it note on the fridge saying, I'm leaving. But how do I guarantee I will not go back when I'm lonely? Just remember everything you went through and what he had done to you and ask yourself, do I want to experience all of that over again? Am I really want to put my kid through all of that with him? How do I not go back when I'm lonely? You look at that child and you think of the life they will lead having that behavior modeled for them. If it's a daughter, she will be raised thinking that's the right man for her and will find a man that will treat her just as bad. If it's your son, they will be raised thinking it's normal to treat women this way. Choose your life, hun, but don't raise your child thinking abuse is normal. Yes, girl, you can do this. You're strong and completely capable of living much more happily with him out of your life. Ghost the shit out of him. But how do I guarantee I will not go back when I'm lonely? How do I gain the confidence to never need his pathetic attempt at marriage? He had the audacity to say horrible things about you being a mother during a miscarriage. And then he completely neglected your daughter when she arrived. The irony of shaming your parenting while doing absolutely none himself. If nothing else, do not go back for your daughter's sake. Don't let her grow up thinking that it's normal and acceptable for husbands to treat their wives this way. Don't let her suffer cruelty and indifference from her father. Get a lawyer ASAP. Block fully. Do not leave a note or contact. Get a lawyer and speak through them. Make sure you leave safely. That's number 1. You stop yourself from going back by reminding yourself of the reasons you left. Is my age gap with my boyfriend a problem? My boyfriend turned 20 in March and I turned 24 in May. I don't feel like our age gap is that big of a deal. I think we get on really well, but my friends and family joke all the time that I am dating a kid. I met him in uni in another state, so my people have yet to meet him. My mom sat me down yesterday and asked me why I feel the need to date someone so much younger than me. That we at completely different points in our lives, which isn't true. If our sexes were switched, no one would blink an eye. So why is our age gap such a big deal? Edit to say I am a female. Okay, husband and I are in the same boat. I was 25, he was 21. There were some issues until he hit about 26-27. I entered my professional life before he did. When I was going to bed at 10 to go to work, he wanted to go hang out with friend. Now that I'm 34 and he is 30, we are pretty much okay. There aren't a lot of differences between us because we are both in this phase of life together. I would say it will be tough the first few years, but it gets easier as you get into your 30s. And when he hits his 30s, you can just laugh because you will be through it and chill on the other side. If you were male and he were female, it wouldn't even be called an age gap. My nephew and his now wife are 4 years apart and my mom kept calling her, his older girlfriend, and I got pissed off and asked her if she'd say the same thing if the genders were reversed, and she stopped saying that. Meanwhile, I married someone 10 years older than me, and because I was female and he was male, it wasn't a big deal. It's frankly ridiculous. 4 years is nothing. That's the same age gap as my wife and I. We also dated in our early 20s too. I don't think it's a problem, but people have incredibly different opinions on age gaps. It's fine for some, weird for others. Love, that's not an age gap. You might come from a more traditional family where women are generally the younger party in a couple, but 4 years is nothing. Does he behave like a teenager? What does he do? How does he behave around people? Does he do things by himself or do his parents do things for him? Maybe people are not so focused on the fact he is 20, but that compared to you he behaves too much like a teenager, and he is basically closer to a teenager than to an adult. Brain keeps developing until you are 25. It is only 4 years. Your friends and family are being weird. Age difference is nothing until you are maybe 10 plus years different. Even in that case, it is your lives and you should still do what makes you happy.